Welcome to the Michiana Business Podcast, where we put local legends and businesses in the spotlight for everyone in our area to see. If you love small businesses and success stories, then you're in the right place. You're listening to the Michiana Business Podcast with your friends, hosts, and owners of industrial office cleaning right here in Michiana, Caitlin and Alonzo Perdomo.
Okay, guys, we are here again with another great Michiana business in the area. We are with Gates, Robert with Gates. Remember, this podcast is sponsored by Industrial Office Cleaning. If you need your disinfectant or cleaning needs, don't forget to call us 574-310-7782. With that said, I'm going to introduce you to Robert. Robert knows a lot about how to sell cars and what is good with cars, what is not good with cars. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself before I talk too much, buddy?
Yeah, thank you so much, Alonzo, for having me on the podcast. My name is Roberto Acosta. I work over at the Gates of Granger, and I have been working there for about a year. Our biggest thing is helping everybody get a car that they want, and our job is making it affordable for you and making that process easy. So we finance cars through every type of credit class that there is. You know, people think they can't get approved because they've had repossessions in the past, or they think they can't get approved because of different problems they've had in the past. We're a dealership that we look past some of those things, and we always want to try to help everybody.
Awesome. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about how long you've been in this business, how long you've been selling cars and helping out people, of course, like trying to sell a car for people.
So in this sales in general, you know, I've done sales for probably 5 or 6 years now. I was at Sprint for like 3 years prior, selling phones, and I started at the dealership about a year ago. I was there getting my oil changed. I had been a customer of theirs for 3 years already. I bought my last couple of cars from Gates, and it was about a year ago. One of the managers talked to me and was like, "Hey, I think you should start selling cars." And I was like, "I don't know if I could do that. You know, it's kind of crazy." But I joined. I started working in the car business then. I said, "Okay, I trust you. I'll go on a limb," and it has been a very awesome thing to do. I love helping people every single day. You know, it's one of those things that people come in and they have no clue what they want to do or what they want to get or what kind of payments they're expecting. They don't know any of it. You know, a lot of times people are first-time buyers. They've never been to a dealership. They were afraid to go to a dealership. And we've been in business for 90 years as a company. So wow. I'm glad I was there for the last one, and I plan on being there for the next 30, 40, you know?
Nice. So can you tell us a little bit about Gates, if you don't mind? Do you know a little bit about the story behind how did they start, where they start, and good stuff?
So Gates, it's a family-owned company still to this day. There's not a lot of dealerships that are family-owned. And 90-something years ago, it was started by the Gates family, and it is still to this day held by the Gates family. So different Gates, you got Joel Gates, Jeff Gates, Matt Helmkamp, like they all run the business very well together. And even the old owners, everybody stays close. You know, the owners pop in all the time to the dealerships. You have Van Gates, who used to be an owner, who still comes in all the time. And you know, you get to meet everybody, and they're a big part of making you feel like family. We have service shops, body shops, and we have our sales departments. So we'd like to be everybody's one-stop shop for like all of your car needs, not even just buying cars.
Wow. So in other words, if I buy a car from you, I can set a schedule with you guys and kind of like remind me, hey, I need to my oil change, my tires rotate, every single thing that deals with the car. Even if for a bad sign, I run into a deer, so you guys can fix that as well.
Absolutely. If you run into a deer, you tell your insurance company, you say, "Hey, I need to get my drop off at Gates, and I'm going to do my claim through them." And we get it all scheduled up. It gets brought to our location, and we make it easy for you. We have, like in our shop in Gates Granger, Dennis Reddy. He's always there helping out all the customers, doing a great job, ready to assist when there's accidents. He makes it easy for people when it's a challenging process when stuff like that happens.
And I don't run into the deer yet, but I hope I never will. I'm knocking wood. It's kind of you're nervous wracking. You just got a really expensive car. Now you have to deal with taking to the body shop and find a person that you can trust and give you, of course, a good price. Not the cheapest one, but you know the good reasonable price. But I think it's all getting nervous and crazy, and when you like freaking out and all that stuff. So it's you guys. Let's say, for example, I run into the deer and I'm in the middle of the street with the car damaged. Do you guys can I call you guys and pick the car from where I am, or you guys don't have that type of service?
We're partnered with the towing company. So if you call us, we can give you the information for the towing company. They're 24/7. You give them a call, and they'll come pick it up and bring it to us. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, because if you don't know who to call, the first person you're gonna call is probably uncle or cousin or whatever. You're freaking out in that time. Or if you're like, oh, I remember Gates can come and pick up my car, I just call you and you guys handle it from there, and all the nerves it probably goes down because when something happened, you freaked out. You don't even know what to do, right?
Yeah, it's scary in general. Like what do I do? I have a car that doesn't drive. It's in pieces. I don't know what to do with all of this, and you just call us. If we're closed, you could call any towing company. So call any towing company, get partnered with them, and then you just leave it at any of our locations that has a body shop, like our Chevy World location, our Granger location, and our South Bend location's about to get one. So
Awesome. I see you guys moving out of the one in what's it called? Ireland Roll, I think.
yeah, there's a new body shop going over there in Ireland Road.
Okay.
They're just building that building over there.
Nice and sweet. It's near to my house, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, that's it. It'll be easy for you.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit? I'm going to ask you I never leased a car. So how does that work for people up there? They come and try to understand, like, should I buy a car or should I lease the car? How does that work? Can you
leasing? Buying and leasing is a little different, obviously.
Okay.
Leasing is kind of like renting a little bit. So with leasing, you're going to have a little bit more maintenance requirements that you're going to have to do, and it's a little bit more scheduled because what it is you're making payments to a car that you're going to turn in at the end of 3 years. And there's usually a limited amount of miles. Now, for the average buyer, I usually recommend buying a car over leasing a car because the mileage restriction is really it's like 10,000 miles a year or 15,000 miles a year is one of the high ones. So it's not for people who are driving across town every single day. It's for people who maybe for a business that just needs something for their employees to get back and forth between a route. Maybe for a person who doesn't go far, lives 5 minutes from home, and it's a little bit less expensive than making a car payment, because you're not actually owning the car. You're just kind of using it for the 3-year period, 2-year period, however long the lease is. The thing with the lease is you do have a buyout at the end of the lease. So like after 3 years of making payments on it, you decide you really do like it, you get a discounted price to buying it out. It'll give you a buyout price, or you could turn it in for that same amount of credit at the dealership that you bought it from. So like if you bought a Chevy from our Chevy World location, you just bring it back and we'll buy out your lease. Either way.
Awesome. That sounds like you also kind of save a little bit because you try the car out. If you don't like it, you can return it. And in the end of the 3 years, can you do return it before 3 years, or is it have to be 3 years?
So there's different leases. 3 years is the average lease. And yes, you can technically turn it in beforehand, but say the value of the car, like you haven't made all the payments to pay the lease down, you're still responsible for that money. So instead of a $26,000 buyout, for example, on a car, $23,000 buyout, you would add however much money that is in that time. Like say I had 5 months left, you pretty much have 5 payments left on that buyout price. So either when you turn it in, maybe you get super lucky and it's worth more than it was 3 years ago, like right now, and you get paid the difference. But if not, then they usually just buy it out, and you have to pay that little bit of a difference for the 5 months left or whatever.
Awesome. How does it affect you guys right now? You guys are slowed down by people buying cars and this crazy nonsense is going around?
No, we are just as busy as ever. It's like there's an inventory shortage. There's not a customer shortage.
Wow.
So we're still getting cars. We have a buying program. So people, this has been our lifesaver right here. People every day, like you or someone else on the street, they can come in, and if they have 5 cars and they want to get rid of one, they can bring it in and sell it to us. And that's where a lot of our inventory has been coming from, actually, is people who like have 2 or 3 cars, and they're like, maybe I don't need 2 or 3 cars, especially if I can get my money back for it. A couple of people said we gave them more than they paid for the car, which was surprising to me.
Wow. So you guys
And
paid really good.
yeah. If you're looking to sell your car, we're always looking to buy cars.
That is awesome. Awesome. So how does the process that when let's say for example I have a really old rusty truck and I want to trade it for a new one. Do you guys do that or you guys don't? I don't want that junk.
Absolutely. So you bring it in, we do an appraisal. Obviously, we're not going to give you $1 million for your rusty old truck, but we'll give you what it's worth. So say we run it, drive it, it runs really good, just a little bit of rust. We'll put it in the value system. We'll see how much we can get you for it. We'll give you top dollar.
For all you guys up there, you guys have like a cars that you kind of falling apart and you're like, okay, let me go to Gates and see if I can trade it. And also I can, because you guys take the first initial payment, right? So that probably take over the initial payment for getting a new better car and you guys continue paying a nice car because the winter is coming and sometimes when it gets really cold, all the old wires start acting up, and I think it's a good time to start thinking if you want to trade your car. That I'm right or I'm wrong, buddy. I don't know if
no, you're absolutely right. You don't have to wait for it to start falling apart. Like I said, we pay top dollar for cars. So even if it's not falling apart, say you're sitting in your car and you're like, man, I've probably put on a couple pounds. Maybe I need a new car. Like I need something bigger. We're down to help you for that. If you're just in there, you're like, maybe I want leather seats instead of cloth seats. We're down to help you find a car that has the features you want. Or maybe you've always wanted Bluetooth in your car and your car's a little older and you don't have Bluetooth. We got the cars with the Bluetooth or the backup camera or whatever feature you're looking for. You can bring your car in, we'll give you top dollar, and we can get you into something nicer. It doesn't have to wait till it's falling apart, but if it's falling apart, definitely come see us because we'll help you with that.
You help us. Okay. Hey, can you tell us again where you are? Like, where are you located? How do they can reach you? How do they
So our address is 12815 State Road 23 in Granger, Indiana. It's right across the street from Martin's, right over there by the Mancinos. It's a really easy location to get to. We are open till 8 p.m. on the weekdays until 5 p.m. on the weekends. So we're open pretty late. The only day we're closed is Sunday. You can call in at any time. So if you call me, you can call me at 574-310-7775, or you can email me. Super easy email to remember, robo@gatesofgranger.com.
There you go, guys. There you go. Don't forget to call and mention that you hear the podcast and maybe he give you a little discount. I don't know. I'm just throwing that up there. I'm not sure about that.
For sure. If they ask about the Alonso discount, I'll give it to them for sure.
There we go. There you go. There you go. Okay, so let me ask you this because a lot of people up there intimidated to go to a dealer, find out if it's the right thing them to buy from a dealer or buy from a private owner. What is the difference buying? I'm sure you know the difference because you go through this all day long. Yeah. So is it better to buy from a dealer or is it better to buy for a private owner?
In all honesty, I'd say it's better to buy for a dealer, and I'm a little biased, but I'll give you the reasons why. So when you're go to a dealership, we have to put our cars through a 178-point safety inspection. So we have to check out the engine, we have to check out the transmission, we have to check the frame, we have to make sure everything's working good, running good, and it's ready for the road. A lot of times, so a lot of our cars right now, especially right now, we have this program going on where you can get a lifetime powertrain warranty. So if the engine, the transmission, or the drivetrain ever goes out, in our prices, we include the lifetime powertrain warranty that you don't have to worry about those things. So you're covered pretty much.
Let me stop you right there. I'm so sorry, but this is very exciting for me. Listen, guys, you guys got 10 years. Is that correct? 10 years guarantee?
No, you get a lifetime, unlimited years, unlimited miles, a lifetime powertrain warranty.
Wow, guys. Okay, I'm sorry, Ginger. It was so exciting for me. So continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So obviously, if you buy it off the street and your engine blows up next week, you don't have a warranty for that. But if you drive a truck, you say you buy one and the transmission starts acting up next week, we got you. Say it's 5 years from now, you've already replaced 2 transmissions because you're always using your truck and there's something wrong with it. We got you. We'll put in a 3rd transmission in there, and that's crazy to think about it happening. I've never seen someone go through transmissions like that. But if it ever happened on a car, they're unpredictable. Sometimes the factory sends out faulty parts. Sometimes it's just the car using it every day. Something happens and it just goes wrong. And we give the lifetime powertrain warranty for reasons like that.
Awesome, awesome. So just for example, I'm gonna buy a car for Alonso, but Alonso doesn't even know what is if the car is running good, it moves, so it's good, and you buy it from me, and then a couple weeks later that thing breaks down, and like, where's Alonso? I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
Cancun.
He's vacationing on my money.
Yeah, yeah. So I see the big difference now. Like if you buy it from you guys got to back the work that you guys put into the car and kind of keep in touch. And also, I think the better deal is like if you are keep a track of you oil change or all the rotate tires and alignment and all that stuff. I think you guys handle that as well. Or I just throw on that.
Yeah. Every single time that there's a car, we do an oil change. We put a sticker on there saying how many miles to your next oil change. We always make sure the tires are good. So the tires have to pass a safety inspection. The brakes have to pass a safety inspection. And if they don't, we put new ones on there. So you're always going to be at a spot where you're safe for the road when you buy a car from us.
Wow. And remember, guys, if you guys buy a car for somebody that doesn't pass all that, you don't know what you're getting for your money because they don't have all the systems that the dealer has, like check your brakes, your tires, all that stuff that you mentioned. It's too much information for my little brain. So he will.
Most individual sellers, they know nowadays what their car is worth. So Kelly Blue Book, different websites like that, they're selling them for the same prices as the dealership. And I know because if they sell them inexpensive, I go on Facebook and I'll message those people. So anything you're finding out there that is less expensive than the dealership, there's probably a reason. It's people with good cars and they're selling it individually. They know they have good cars and they're selling it for just as much money as we're asking for. So it's one of those things where if you go to an individual, you're going to pay the same or you're going to pay less and have problems most likely. It's always those scary things.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't saying it's bad to you buy it from somebody else. We are just saying like it's better to buy from somebody that has a system behind the car and continue maintenance and know that is good to go in the market. And also, we don't say that it's not going to be a bad car in a couple of weeks because you buy it from the dealer. The only thing that we're trying to say is like it's better when you have a team that is professional in the back and it can give you a better experience and also back the work that they do. And people that sell individual, I think it's good too because hey, they're trying to make their money too. So we are not that, but we're trying to compare the difference. What is buying from a private seller and for a dealership. So that's very good information. I'm loving it. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving it. So can you tell us again how we can call you or contact you, buddy?
Yeah, 2 ways. So you can give me a call. Like I said, 574-310-7775. Really easy number to remember. Or you can just email me at robo@gatesofgranger.com. ROBO.
Awesome.
If you're in the Michiana area and would like to have us put your business or story out there for everyone to hear, sign up at michianabusinesspodcast.com. Until next time, thanks for listening.